Hvis du bare lukker røven lige nu. Hva? Skal du ikke?
The story begins in a lively bike shop, where an elderly grandfather and his energetic granddaughter eagerly search for the perfect bicycle. The young girl, her eyes sparkling with excitement, has her heart set on a gleaming blue bike. However, to her dismay, the shop is completely sold out. The warm-hearted shop owner reassures them that a new blue bike will be available for pickup the next day. But as soon as the grandfather and granddaughter leave, the owner's friendly smile fades. He has a devious plan in mind. He urgently calls his team, instructing them to find a blue bike at any cost. Taking his words too literally, his men spot a blue bike parked outside a school and steal it, unaware that it belongs to a girl named Matilda, who cherishes it deeply. The following day turns into a nightmare for Matilda when she realizes her beloved bike is missing. As if that weren't enough, her daily commute to school in her mother's old, unreliable car becomes even more unbearable when the vehicle repeatedly breaks down. In the midst of this chaos, Matilda's mother receives a distressing phone call from Markus, Matilda's father, a soldier stationed in the Middle East. He delivers unfortunate news: his return home has been postponed by another 3 months. The delay devastates Matilda, intensifying her longing for her father. Meanwhile, across the city, 2 co-workers, Otto and Leonard, are having an equally difficult day. Their latest marketing presentation has flopped, costing them their jobs. As Otto rides the train home, he gazes out the window, lost in thought. He observes small yet unsettling details: a perfectly good meal discarded without a second thought, a heavily tattooed man sitting nearby with an ominous presence. A strange heaviness fills the air, amplifying Otto's sense of unease. At the same time, Matilda and her mother begin taking the train as their car is no longer functional. Otto notices them standing without a seat and kindly offers his. But then, tragedy strikes. The train is involved in a catastrophic accident, claiming many lives, including Matilda's mother. Miraculously, both Otto and Matilda survive with only minor injuries. At the hospital, Otto sees Matilda sitting alone, overwhelmed by sorrow and struggling to process her mother's sudden death. News of the tragedy soon reaches Markus in the Middle East. Overcome with grief, he is granted permission to return home to Denmark. Upon his arrival, he is consumed by guilt, feeling as though his military duties prevented him from protecting his family. Desperate for closure, he insists on seeing his wife's body, despite doctors warning him that it may be too painful to bear. Meanwhile, Otto remains fixated on the accident. As he follows news reports, he stumbles upon an alarming revelation: the tattooed man he had noticed on the train was none other than Eagle, a notorious gang leader. Reports suggest that Eagle did not survive the crash and that his gang had long been at odds with a rival group called Justice. Otto recalls seeing a man hastily discard a full meal just before the accident and becomes convinced there's a connection. He takes his suspicions to the police, theorizing that the Justice gang may have orchestrated the crash to eliminate Eagle. However, the authorities dismiss his concerns, chalking them up to post-trauma paranoia. Unwilling to let it go, Otto turns to his tech-savvy best friend, Leonard, for help. He asks Leonard to hack into the train's database to identify the man who discarded the food, believing it could be the key to uncovering the truth. Despite Otto's persistence, the police soon declare the accident a result of mechanical failure rather than foul play, deepening Matilda's grief and Markus's frustration. One evening, Otto and Leonard visit Markus, revealing that they, too, survived the crash and share his belief that it wasn't just a tragic accident. They hope Markus, with his military expertise, can help them uncover the truth. Intrigued and eager for answers, Markus leads them to a secluded warehouse where they analyze the events leading up to the crash. Otto details the mysterious man's actions and his suspicion that Eagle was the real target of an orchestrated attack. Markus, driven by the possibility that his wife's death was no mere accident, finds himself with a new mission: seeking justice for his family. Their only lead is a blurry surveillance image of the man who discarded the meal before the crash. To identify him, they enlist the help of a brilliant but unassuming hacker named Amit. After hours of painstaking work, Amit suggests lowering the facial recognition accuracy from 98% to 95% to widen the search. Though hesitant, he ultimately agrees, and the adjustment leads to a breakthrough. The man is identified as Pell, the younger brother of Tandem, the ruthless leader of the Justice Gang. The discovery solidifies Otto's theory that the train crash was a calculated attack against Eagle. As the weight of the investigation grows heavier, Markus struggles to balance his grief with his newfound mission. Matters worsen when his daughter, Matilda, returns home late one evening with a boy named Sergei. Protective of his daughter, Markus demands she come inside, but when Sergei makes a disrespectful remark, Markus's pent-up anger erupts. He strikes Sergei in a moment of rage. The act strains his already fragile relationship with Matilda, who fiercely defends her boyfriend, leaving Markus racked with regret. Determined to make amends, he invites Sergei over the next day, hoping to rebuild his bond with Matilda. Meanwhile, Markus, Otto, Leonard, and Amit confront Pell, hoping to extract information. However, Pell greets them with hostility, brandishing a gun. Tensions escalate, and in a fit of uncontrolled rage, Markus kills Pell. The team is left in shock, grappling with the weight of their actions. While cleaning up the scene, Leonard stumbles upon a man held captive in Pell's home. Overcome with fear, he flees, abandoning any attempt to erase their tracks. As Tandem seeks vengeance for his brother's death, Markus and his team press forward, training in self-defense and gathering intelligence on the Justice Gang. However, an unexpected twist emerges. After further investigation, they realize they had targeted the wrong man. Pell had been in Germany at the time of the train crash, meaning he had nothing to do with it. The realization hits Markus hard. He had taken an innocent life. The crushing guilt fuels his rage, pushing him closer to the brink. Unbeknownst to them, Tandem's gang tracks down Sergei and brutally tortures him for information. Cracking under pressure, he reveals Markus's location. Soon, the gang storms Markus's home, leading to a deadly confrontation. Amidst the chaos, Matilda is nearly killed. In a desperate effort to protect his daughter, Markus surrenders, pleading for her life. However, before Tandem can execute him, Otto and the others arrive, launching a fierce counterattack. A brutal firefight ensues, culminating in a final showdown between Markus and Tandem. Just as all hope seems lost, Markus lands a fatal shot, ending Tandem's reign of terror. However, the victory is bittersweet. Matilda has been injured in the crossfire. Ignoring his own wounds, Markus cradles her, praying for help to arrive in time. Months later, as Christmas approaches, a sense of peace finally settles over Markus, Matilda, Sergei, Otto, and the rest of the group. The story comes full circle in a touching final scene. An elderly man purchases a blue bicycle for his granddaughter. But this isn't just any bike. It is the very one that once belonged to Matilda, a quiet yet powerful reminder of how everything began.